This is the challenge. Bets and new threats.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the number one reality podcast. My name is Steven.
And my name is Mixie. We are back yet again to recap this season of the challenge, Vets and New Threats, episode 9. Does anyone want to confess?
Feels long, right? Feels like a long title name.
It feels like any title was better than last week's, so I'll take it.
Listen, obviously the Justice for Lecca thing had a mind of its own. I did tweet about it this week. There was obviously everyone agreed. It was crazy. So many people, everybody sides with me.
Well, I got real upset at the very beginning of this episode because Jeremy's sitting outside with CT, and then they cut to his ITM, and he's like, we're not going to let go of the Justice for Lecca thing. I'm like, no!
Why not?
No!
No justice for Derek? Like CT? We're still with this? Come on.
Let it go.
Move on, you guys.
I feel like Justice for Lecca has gotten more airtime than Lecca did when she was on the show.
Yeah, we're acting like Lecca is like, I don't know, Karma Rhea or something. You know what I mean? Like, I've
never seen anything like this. It's insane. But please be done.
Yeah, this has got to be over now, right?
It's got to be the end of it.
Please no more. Please no more of that. Coming up this week on the episode, everybody, Anessa and Smashley go at it. And honestly, this might have been our Super Bowl. It might have been our Super Bowl. This was so good.
We've been waiting.
If you saw what Mixie just did there, that's exactly what I was doing as well. I was like, yes,
Same.
yes, yes.
Well, and there was a small preview last week of Ashley yelling at someone, and you couldn't see who it was, and I was like, please, God, tell me it's Anessa. But I can't talk to you about it because you don't watch the previews, so I'm just like, and then you sent me the screener, and I just scrubbed it just for that part, and I was like, thank God it's Ashley. Okay, great. And then I watched the episode later.
Oh, my God. It was an absolute, it's what we wanted it to be. And honest, we're about to talk about it. It's more than we thought it could be for some very, very specific reasons. Obviously, we'll break it down. You guys were probably watching that and you're like, where's the right reality pod? I have to listen immediately. You might have paused the episode
just for this part. And I get it.
Come for that. So maybe I'll have to remember to put that in the episode description. So you can just go right there. Yeah. And then listen to it. And then go back and play the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Absolutely great. Also, Cheater, Pumpkin Eaters. Did they make the right decision? We'll talk about that. Yes.
Cheater, no one eaters.
Cheater. That should have been the episode title.
They just come to me.
We did it. Mixie, honestly, we should just end the podcast right there this week.
We have to talk about this fight, but then I'd be down.
Yeah. Cheater, non-eaters should have been the episode name. We've done it. We've peaked. That's the best. We'll never give any other things. And finally, has Babe learned and grown?
Oh, I can't wait to discuss that too. Wow.
Great.
Steven, what an episode.
You couldn't be more pumped for an episode of The Right Reality.
Holy shit.
Oh, God, just get some popcorn, settle in, everybody. Watch our beautiful faces on YouTube. It's going to be great. We do need to get to some housekeeping from last week. We did talk about washing your bathing suit in the sink. And the response from the community was overwhelming. I want to thank everybody.
Okay, no, but I got some.
Okay, how many did you get?
The most recent comment was on my side.
You got one. Okay, I want to make sure you feel seen and heard from Takiora. She was just in Malta, so I don't know. She said she took 7 bathing suits, an extra tanning bikinis, and 2 swimming costumes.
Yes.
So,
calling it costumes is also sick as hell.
Very European of you. Malta, okay.
I think you're just too American for this situation. I think I'm just cultured. And I'm with the people that like to have multiple bathing suits.
Well, I'm more specifically talking about washing your bathing suit in the sink because you're like gross Florida person. And I'm here to shout out Chris Alem, 3747, Mr. Bunnybag Morales, Gina from Portugal, Stacy OG, Susan. I mean, there's probably more. Those were the ones I got. Mixie's looking off to the side, thinking about her rebuttal. I didn't see many people supporting your decision of saying, other than, if you go to Malta, which I get it, you're probably rolling in money if you're just going to Malta with 17 swimsuits and bikinis and bathing costumes, which honestly is sick. Good for you. But I got one bathing suit, and I'm washing that motherfucker in the sink with everybody else, apparently.
Have I washed my bathing suits in the sink? Yes. It is only in dire times.
Oh,
it is only in dire times.
Comes to light.
I don't like doing it, and if I can avoid it, I will.
Well, you don't have to because you brought 18 bathing suits on your trip.
Exactly. So maybe plan better.
I have one bathing suit. Guys don't have. Do guys have multiple bathing? They probably do. Some of them probably do.
Turbo does it, and only Turbo's allowed to have one camo bathing suit, and that's it.
Would he need anything else?
No. Right. Honestly, he is a god. Everyone on this season is finally getting on the Turbo train that me and you have been on since day one. I don't know what everybody was thinking. I still have yet to have a comment where somebody can explain why they dislike Turbo, because it doesn't exist.
I think somebody did say that they were not a Turbo fan at some point. Kiwi wrote, I didn't like Turbo prior to the season, but I'm now loving it.
Okay, but why didn't you like him originally? I don't get it. I don't understand the original thought, please. I would love to know.
Kiwi, a big commenter on the YouTube, please. We know you'll respond to that.
And we appreciate and love that.
Speaking of people actually responding, absolute crickets from our person who said we were ignorant towards Nani. So either we're still being ignorant, or maybe this person is ignorant to our ignorance. And so we're just one ignorant family now.
We're in an ignorant Ferris wheel.
It's just going around like a little hamster,
Uh-huh. Of ignorance.
Yeah. But that didn't stop Nani from wanting a little bit more of the treat this week, which we'll get to. An absolute
7 minutes and 7 minutes only.
Shots fired. How dare Editor 1 do my guy Will dirty like that?
Editor 1 once again crushed this episode. The Shrek edit?
Unbelievable.
I love it.
It's great.
I love it.
I just 7 minutes? Like, you couldn't, listen, if Will was pissed about people cheating.
We love a timeline, Steven.
We do, that's fine. But if you're going to shortchange my guy Will, and Will gave a 15 minutes performance, and for the joke, you're going to say it's 7, Editor 1, you need to hide from Will, because Will does not let things go. We've seen that in this episode. We've seen that all season. Be careful, Editor 1. I'm looking out for you.
The graphics team never lies, okay?
Okay.
I have full faith in the ethics of the person that added 7 minutes to the screen right there.
Okay.
It didn't even cross my mind that they could have made that up.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you were to make it up, you should do like 3 or 4.
No, that's too believable that it would be shortchanged. 7 is like a good, all right, he didn't make it 10. 7 is kind of, 4 is embarrassing. 7's like, he gave it a good effort.
Sometimes you don't want it to be that long.
I have some questions about the logistics because she came back out with the same thing. I've never understood the timing of it. Yeah.
Well, if you got to think 7 minutes, you got to put a minute on for takeoff and a minute for put back on because she came back out with the same outfit. So we're sitting at 5 now.
Right. Unless, hear me out, she didn't participate. She was giving. She was
maybe
just
because he says that she spilled wine all over. So maybe she was just holding her wine glass up while she was. And Babe's in the background. More galaxies, guys. More galaxies. Hit him with the glove. Put the glove on.
Yeah. Watch out. Do it now. Babe fully moving on, soft launching, hard launching a new girlfriend. The week
much
her
like Nani.
old girlfriend's getting railed on TV. Coincidence? Greaseback Bum Babe doesn't do coincidences.
There's gotta be we are in a few weeks, like things are starting to turn in the Babe and Babe world, where I think that people are going to start putting passive aggressive shit about the other person on their Instagram stories, and we're going to actually start finding out what the fuck happened. We are getting very close to that.
Mixie, are you trying to tell me that Babe lied? That
I
it
can't
was
imagine.
They wanted different things? I think that's what you're saying right now.
I'm
say it
just-
with me,
if
everybody. How dare you?
If that's not the case, I think it might come out in the next few weeks because something is a-brewing in Babe and Babe land right now.
Disservice for us that one of these producers didn't pull Babe in after she was liquored up good and be like, what's the real reason that you and Greaseback Bun Babe brought up? She's like,
I wanted to use her grease and she wouldn't let me grease my hair by, and then she tried to show me Sudoku, and I was like, what's that?
and she thought I ate gross. And I'm like, what type? Gross. What type of eating do I do? Gross. And then there was a fight, and then I tried to grease my bun, and she said there can't be two Greaseback Bun Babes. There can only be Babe and Greaseback Bun Babe. And that was the end of it.
And we wanted two different things. I wanted a greaseback bun, and she wanted to be the only greaseback bun.
And I couldn't get over the idea of what these fucking galaxies were. I'm like, are you getting me a galaxy? Is that a
Did
car?
You
keep
a galaxy?
asking for galaxies, and I'm like, are you getting? Where are the keys? Where are the keys? Is it a Nissan Galaxy? Because I need a new car.
How many Jaguars does it have?
Yes. What's the cheetah per hour on them?
Oh shit! Love
You
Will.
guys, this is a great episode. We haven't even really started it. Oh yes, we have a game this early into the program, and it's called. Excuse me. Did you say that as a joke? But the producers took that as serious and put that in the edit, making you sound serious. It is, by the way, the longest title of a game we've ever had here on the number one. And,
I don't know. We've had some long titles.
Well, don't ruin the bit. That's fine. And let's play the audio, and everybody at home can play along. Not just Mixie, but you can play along at home. Shout it out when you hear the audio, whether you think this was truthful or he was doing a bit.
Finally, I'm not going to let one of these partners slow me down anymore.
Okay. Mix?
I honestly think he thinks that's real.
Okay.
Like, I honestly think that he thinks he's been doing poorly because of his partners, which may be because he did not do that badly.
We're
All
going to get
things considered.
to the CT Theo of that mini final, because even though it didn't count, very surprising results for some.
Release
for some
the
of
tapes, but that's a whole other can of worms that we're going to get into later.
Okay. All right.
Do you think he didn't believe that? I think he, honest to God, thought that thinks that that's what it is.
No, I think he was like, no, they're not going to hold me back now. After
You think he was fucking around?
After I didn't know how to do a puzzle that Ashley was like beating a car over, and that we couldn't even find a Sudoku to do, and I'm running around on one wheel,
Yeah.
And the week after the MRI where I get pulled out, so I can't do anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that he thinks that he's better than he is currently, because we're going to get to it right about now, because there's something that happens that, Steven, it was the moment we were waiting for. The mini final? No. CT finally losing it over this Justice for Eka thing? No. Anessa and Ashley finally fighting. We knew it was coming. In fact, I believe like 2 episodes ago, you said there's no way they haven't fought. They just cut it out. I feel like there's been little things that were a brewing, because boy, oh boy, is this not the best fucking fight. And I love the fact that they could have just had us jump into when they actually had footage of this argument, but they did it. And this is the way to do it. So we always get these complaints that are like, oh, well, we didn't have that part on camera, so it's hard for us to like build that storyline in, because you didn't have this beginning part on camera. You had some pretty kind of shitty audio of Ashley. Anessa clearly had her mic on, but Ashley really didn't. But we got what we needed. We got the build up, and boy, was it fantastic. Fantastic. Because what is said, Steven,
is athletics, end quote, is the most diabolical thing that might have ever been said on this show.
Ashley, okay. Anessa says, why wouldn't I? In conversation of why she wouldn't win. Ashley says, athletics, which I'm dead.
I couldn't breathe.
And then
I couldn't breathe.
Anessa had to one up it, Steven, because what does Anessa say? She says, and I quote, I'm actually in the best shape of my life.
I am in the best shape of my life.
She does listen to the number one. We knew it.
So once again, doubling down on the whole reason we've been mad about this from the get-go, she says it again. She says, I'm actually in the best shape of my life and I can do anything I fucking want to. Good for her for believing that.
I feel like she was looking in the mirror saying that, you know? I'm in the best shape of my life and I can do anything I wanted to.
And also, this whole argument starts off in a strange way too, because basically it starts with Anessa saying to Jake that she would give him all of her money. What is that?
That's going to be overlooked by everybody. She was basically begging Jake
to be her partner.
To be the partner. Hey, pick me. I'll just give you the money. That's how much I want the win. That's how much I want you to carry me to a win. I'll just give you my fucking money.
I'm sure they were discussing that there might be the twist that they've done in the past where, like, your partners, if you win at the end, you'll steal the money or you have the opportunity to or whatever. And Anissa's like, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And then at that point, which honestly, if I was actually sitting in that room, Lord knows what was said to build up to that point. But I would also start fucking saying some shit. You cannot. And Ashley, again, and I'm sorry, did she deliver it in a mean way? Yes. Could it have been a nicer delivery? Sure. But everything she said was factual. And she even said it about herself, too. She's like, girl,
Bingo.
I'm not winning this season. How the fuck do you think you're winning this season?
I've won twice, and I don't think I can win. And she went back on that multiple times and was like, hey, I don't think I can win. So the fact that you think you can win when you've shown nothing, you've not, it's different. Great. You think you're in the best shape of your life. Wonderful. Whatever. That's great. You want to put your mind to it. That's great. There's still, you actually have to do the thing that you've never done before and do it. And I haven't seen anything up until this point of this season where I'm like, wow, you've made leaps and bounds, Anessa. So I, sitting here as Ashley, were like, yeah, athletics, you know, because it's a final and all the other stuff.
Yes, and it pissed me off, too, this whole, like, thing with her being like, well, I have more points than Ashley. If you go back and see the dailies that Anessa has won, it has been an 80% her partner pool, 20% Anessa crossed the finish line.
Yeah. If this was individual the entire time, we're having very different conversations about these things, and that's fine. That's the rules of the game. I get it. Everybody's on the equal playing field. It's the same for Ashley. But come on, please,
and
come
Jake
on.
being like, I want to be Anissa's partner. I'm like, dude,
Fuck out of here. No, you don't. What?
No, you don't.
Because she promised you money. Like, you get to the final, she's like, hey, if we get to the final, I'll just give you my money. And he's not understanding that if they get to the final and they kind of win, he's only going to get like $10,000 or something like that. You know? And he's like, okay, I'll do that, because he doesn't understand the prize structure. But I will say, every part of this fight, when they're going back and forth, and Ashley's like, honey, darling, she's ready. I'm always ready, darling. I was like, yes, she is. Yes, she fucking is. She's ready to go. Here's the, there were 2 stars of this.
Oh, Steven.
Besides the 2 headliners. One was shirtless Turbo getting in the middle.
Straightened hair.
Oh.
He's lurking in the background at the beginning with like this, like he's just like in the background like that. And I'm just like, oh, Turbo, yes. This is what I wrote. This is my fucking Super Bowl. This is everything I've ever wanted and more. And then when he's in between them, but just standing there with his hands in his pockets still, not really caring, but just like pretending like he is, so fucking good.
All the guys are trying to be like, stop. Stop.
Hey, no.
Hey, stop. Stop. I want to see it. Stop. And then, as if a character out of a cartoon, born for our enjoyment, America is giving all the facial reactions.
Jim Halpert back there.
America is realizing she is now in the show that she's been watching, and it's better than when you watch it on TV.
Absolutely. And at one point, Ashley says, and I quote, "The bigger they are, the harder they fall." Gabe is in the background, absolutely like mouth open. Can't believe what he's hearing. America is so shocked by this, she has to turn around, becoming this week's
a fight version
of the week. Of the week.
So much was happening that this section of television should go down in history. It was incredible. She's turning around. Dee also has some great faces in here. Leo is also in there with like some face commentary, but not actually words. It was incredible. And then Steven, Vape watch. Ashley has a vape and Theo has a vape during this whole argument.
Oh my God, the return of Vape Watch. You guys, what an amazing episode we're already on. We're 25 minutes into this thing, and we are fucking cooking, baby. We're in here cooking a Vape Watch after the fight. You're right. We should just
Ashley's yelling with
off.
a peach-colored vape in her hand. When they're showing the security footage of Ashley talking shit about Anessa, Theo is full-blown. You see him pick it up, and they cut it right before he's about to let go of it. It's incredible.
I want to know how many people in the show are vaping. Like, what's the percentage? What do we think the percentage is?
At
You're
least
going
half.
half. Okay. We'll effort that response for next week.
Yeah, we will.
We'll try to get
it was so fucking good.
It was so good. Like, I felt like all the rookies were like, I gotta go in there. I gotta watch.
Yeah, you gotta be a part of that.
You just gotta watch the show. This is what you came for, honestly.
And then again, I still have yet to get an answer about this. I did see some people commenting on our last episode about me talking about why Olivia and Anessa are each other's number ones. I understand what you guys are saying, that like it just mathematically works for Anessa and Olivia to be each other's number ones, because that's like the only females that would have the ability to have a number one spot. For the other one, Anessa apparently knew that she was number 3 with like Aviv and Nani and Ashley. So that's why people are saying she went to Olivia. It's one thing to be each other's number ones. It's another thing. They're saying they're best friends.
Yeah, and isn't Olivia the one who like walks with her like after the fight?
And like this whole situation, she's like standing there kind of like sort of backing her. I mean, she doesn't say anything, which smart to not get
I think if they turned the camera to Olivia at some point while Ashley was yelling at her, she would be like, "Oh, I mean she's making
nothing
good
was
points."
a lie that was being said. Let's be real about it.
But
Nani's the one that's comforting Anessa that we're seeing. We're not seeing Olivia do it. Again, my issue is that they say that they're best friends.
Yeah, you can't be best friends.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. We need a full explanation. Maybe when we get Liv on at some point, we can do that. This was beautiful. This was amazing. And then I'm like, oh, there's still a shitload of episode to go. What else are we going to get? And the only way to try to do something is like when you have something good, it's like, it's really hard to live up to something else. It's like making a sequel out of a really good movie. And I want to say last week, John A, remember, had some great advice for for Derek against CT in the pole wrestle, which was ultimately some of the greatest advice ever given on the show, which was don't let go of the pole doing pole wrestles. You go, don't let go, which honestly, top tier advice. And Janae was like, well, how do I create a sequel?
Yeah.
And she thought long and hard. And she was like, I got to do something crazy. I got to do something that wouldn't be seen, that'd be kind of out of left field. And Janae was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go talk to Jeremy, who in no orbit would pick me as a partner. But
yeah,
in the off chance he kind of thinks about it, I should say why he should pick me and my feelings. And she's went with this. She said, quote, I want to be with someone that can win. Wow. Wow.
incredible.
Such depth.
I didn't even think about it like that.
Did any of us?
You know, at least shouts out to her for thinking that there was a shot there. You know, sometimes living in delusion land is fun.
Delusion, as Ashley was dropping earlier. Great. I want that all the time. That should be like the CT pro tip now, which we keep getting, which I keep loving. It's just, I would like when somebody is being delusional on the show, that I just hear Ashley, kind of like the Vape Watch tone. You know, it's just like delusional for that to come up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Also, at the right before we go to the daily, Turbo makes a closet deal with Cedric and Jeremy, and then nothing is ever said about that. What's going on there? Why'd they show us that? What's up with that? Ooh wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Same.
Ooh wee.
Yeah. I also was like, okay, this will, you know, show us something in the mini final. No. And I didn't see anything at the end. Interesting,
Turbo
they
was so
threw that
far
in.
ahead of everybody.
I have clocked it. Well, yeah, because he's a fucking beast. He does say at one point when they're, you know, when we're starting to get ready for the mini final, he says, and I quote, every girl want me, every girl fight for me. I want to be alpha. Sir, you are. You don't need to want it. You are.
Yeah, we got it. Like,
absolutely destroyed everyone. If he loses this season, I will be shocked. The only way he loses is if Sydney fucks up somehow.
So if you tell me to like forecast the rest of this,
yeah,
the whole thing is about how confident Sydney is. And that's just how she talks. So he does say in his little thing at the end when they're paired, she just needs to start shutting her mouth. Yep. So I feel like maybe that's what's going to happen. And
fuck that Turbo's the ones telling someone else to shut up. Awesome.
Just if he's saying something, it's the truth. It's always the
Yeah.
truth. It'll be nothing but the truth. So just take him at his word. These two working together, I just want like a Big Brother live camera on it all the time. I'll pay for the extra footage. Anytime these two are talking, just show me them during the dailies. It's going to be great. I also think they've put a giant target on their back. And I feel like the house is going to try and look at them and be like, that's the first group we got to get out. That's the first group we got to get out.
That is a massive powerhouse. I think Olivia and Will is also a massive powerhouse.
And Michaela not picking Jeremy, I think she was aware, hey, we'd obviously be the first pick for everyone to go in. So strategically, maybe she did that, but she didn't say that on camera. I think she just went with Cedric for a different reason.
I will say this time and time again. I don't love Michaela. I don't love watching her. Her strategy in this game is 15 out of 10. She is 5 steps ahead thinking wise than a lot of people are. Because you're right. Anyone at face value is like, why aren't you picking Jeremy? Why aren't you picking Will? Cedric isn't as strong as these people. Even like Gabe, you know? Like, I don't, but she is being smart here because I don't think they're going to be a focal duo of everyone being like, we got to get them out.
Yeah. Also, I'll say Gabe being the last one, a little bit surprising, but the men are so well stacked on the rookie side. It's really kind of bonkers to think that other than Sydney and Turbo have a chance of winning, because it's just the men are way more stacked on the rookie side for that.
I agree, but it's their vet partners that are gonna
potentially cost them. Even though we saw during the actual mini final that the male vets did better. Surprising.
Yeah, but who knows? We'll get there.
But did they cheat? Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
6
TJ
miles.
says, yeah, crazy. And we're also going up 7,000 feet in elevation, which is a wild gain of elevation.
Okay, so again, this is a mini final that I like, okay? Big fan of this. But I feel like the last daily and this mini final have absolutely jumped difficulty. Like there was not a slight increase in difficulty. We had Mario Kart, then we had scale a spinning top with cubes in our hands, and now we're 6 miles, 7,000 elevation, or whatever the fuck it is. Eat raw onions, do a crazy ass math equation that everyone seemed to just do, that I was just like, what the fuck? How?
They were all telling each other the answers. That's
well,
why.
that is a whole other thing that I want to get into as well. But the spinning thing didn't seem that hard. Those spinning, like spin to line it up puzzle seemed very easy. And then the chain seemed fucking impossible.
Yeah.
It seems like we really jumped here, and I would have liked a more steady incline of
the Mario Kart was the one that was out of the realm, because we started by everyone literally showing up. Welcome to Chile. Go up this mountain.
Well, yeah.
And Naya, you can do it with jeans on. Hiding your already bum knee.
Like, this is flagship. This is how the mini final should be. I'm all for it. The last daily, it should be that difficult. I agree, but I'm just, and because I think it's because the season is so good that I'm trying to find things that I'm a little annoyed with. I just feel like our dailies went boop and didn't that's all I'm going to say about that. But I loved this mini final. Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
What we want. We want these types of things. We want it to be good. Turbo starts out of the gate well. He never gives up the lead. He was crushing it. Theo was trying to set the pace. And on the first shot, Sydney was just way ahead when we did our call-outs. She was ahead, and then Michaela and I think Theo and Will were behind. They get to the first checkpoint. Sydney, by the way, is doing all the math by herself. She's remembering everything by herself while other people are working together. Badass move. Love it.
She is a beast. I was all for it until we start just giving people answers.
Yeah, I don't like it.
She gave it to everyone. If anybody asked her, she gave it to her. I would understand wanting to give it to Turbo to have that strategic thing with him because she wants to pick him as a partner. Great. But she gave it to fucking everyone and their goddamn mom. And then everyone else started giving it to everybody. What are we doing?
People were talking like, hey, you'll remember these. I'll remember these. Let's work together.
Sure.
Fine. But then at the same point, it just became like, how did she get an advantage by that? She did all the work. So now she's helping the other people. I get you right. Helping Turbo, great. Helping D, I don't know about that. I wouldn't be helping fucking anybody. But then I guess it's the checkpoint. One, you're hoping if you have other people further up, I got to do more. Maybe they can help me with something. So you're kind of rolling the dice on it. It was fine. They open the box. It's garlic, onion, and a chili pepper. Okay. I think we finally have figured out maybe they can't do the meat thing anymore because of the potential amount of vegans or fake vegans. But it did seem like maybe this garlic and onion had been like pickled in like something hot, because just eating garlic and onion would not cause you to have this reaction for people to be tossing them. I think this might have been like stewed in some spicy sauce or something like that, and then left out to dry and harden back again. But okay. People were cheating. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's do it, because I hated this. And it's not that I even hated that they were cheating. Fine, if you're going to try to cheat, get yourself ahead a little bit. Personally, if you get away with it, I feel like that's a bit of a strategy. Now, do I think it's near impossible to get away with it, considering you're on a television show with 8,000 cameras pointed at you? Yes, if you were able to get away with it while that was happening, honestly, to me, okay. But it's not. And for it to play out the way that it did made me very angry. Because you guys had the footage. You can easily go back and see who did it, disqualify all of those people, and then give the points to the other people that didn't do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Wipe this entire thing pissed me off. Fuck that. Absolutely fuck that. Because, okay, we see what I think was D. They clearly showed D tossing. They later showed John A. and Anessa tossing.
Right, because they're like, well, if everybody else did it, we're going to do it. And it's like, no,
correct.
Don't do that. That's not how cheating works.
I don't understand how that was their strategic play, but fine. Tay maybe or may not
at the
have.
end.
Yeah.
So you're not going to catch up. You're not going to like make. You're not going to be number one.
Sat there and swallowed took all of this down. That thing made me so sad watching her just sit there trying to eat this. Was so sad, but she did it. And for her to have done it, sure, she came in last, right? Or whatever.
She should have got points.
She should have gotten points. And the people that I know that they have footage of not doing it and tossing it, that whole thing made me mad. Have they done anything like this before?
Never that I've seen before. Never that I've seen.
To just wipe it like that is crazy.
And you have producers there for this reason. You have the crew there for this reason. You have the footage for this reason. They literally have to go, to show you there's nothing left in their mouth. So you don't think they're holding it in their cheeks. I understand you can't have one producer per person, but also maybe we go find, you have a GoPro on all the stations, I think, at least in the bucket. I don't know if you had an individual camera on each. The thing you had the drone cam. I can see how they were like, if we disqualify 6 people and really 8 cheated, at that point, did we kind of like, did it help those 2 people who clearly cheated as well, that we can't prove did it? I think that happened. And also by the time TJ, they were done, this is the stuff we know. There's no way they could have dumped all that footage and scrubbed through all of that footage to see what they needed to see.
Yeah, but I feel like what they could have done is TJ does that whole speech he did. We know people cheated. Is anyone going to fess up? Nobody fesses up. Okay. We aren't going to calculate the points until we go through the footage and see who did it. When we go to pick our partners, then we'll know who cheated and who didn't, and I'll put you guys in your placing.
Yeah, because that also makes it a little bit more like nobody knows what order they're going to go in, which is another issue that I have later. People like freaking out over who they're going to pick and stuff like that. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But it was disappointing, and I get Will's anger of, hey, I killed myself. We had people cheat. I should be picking first because of this. I won't get to pick first. I'm now probably going to get picked, and I don't like that, especially as his background as a Marine, to be like, hey, I thought you guys are vets and you don't do shit like this. It's fucking disrespectful. And I think that's why he was so pissed later, was he's just like, what are we doing? We're all just being like, hey, great, we can cheat. Now I'm thinking in the final, are all you motherfuckers just, have you been cheating the entire time? And, you know, you just, now you got caught. And it sounds like what the vets are saying is like, yeah, you cheat. We've thought about this before with the food stuff, right? That sometimes they like will drink and then immediately spit it out.
Down. Yeah, or have it like when they're going through a fork of it, they'll like really do a fork of it so some flies off the plate. Yeah. Onto
the ground. And that's, but the difference is like.
But a full toss of an onion is insane.
Yeah. And thinking that no one would see that is crazy. Clearly, some of that stuff was planted for footage later.
Oh, yeah. The B-roll of it like hitting the branch. And then
I don't think there was
down,
a whole pepper down there, but there might have been a half of a pepper. And honestly, that's on production as well to figure that out. So I think they were like, there's no other option that we can do here. We can't be like, you three aren't going to get points, but 5 people cheated.
See, I think if TJ did that whole speech, says, we're going to go back through the footage, and whoever we found that cheated gets 0 points, and it's going to adjust the scale of who came in what place. If you tell us, if you come to me and tell me, hey, I cheated, we'll let you keep half of the points that you got. Then I think everybody that did it would have fessed up, thinking, okay, they probably have footage of me doing it. I might as well try to save myself half the points.
You have TJ sit in that little room again, like he did at the beginning of the season, and everybody's got to come in.
It's just like open office hours, and you can go in and confess your sins to TJ, so that go to confessional with TJ, and he will allow you to keep half of your points.
It's like Daddy Martin's butthole. You would just go back to Daddy Martin's. Yeah.
And then there's people, you know, that are like standing outside of the room like, shit, do I go in there? Do I take a gamble that maybe they didn't see it? I think that would have been way more entertaining than what was the second half of this episode, which is just everyone being like, oh, who do I pick? Oh, but this person's good at puzzles, but this one can run fast. I don't care.
Don't care. It doesn't matter.
Just pick them.
The idea that TJ's sitting in the room and they sit down one by one and TJ goes, did you cheat?
My son, are you here to confess to cheating?
And he goes, you realize we have cameras everywhere. We had a drone. And the person's like, yes. And they're like, is that your final answer? And the person's like, yes, I did not cheat. And TJ like just turns around a tablet of them like launching this, like, well, you go home now.
Would have been so funny. Everyone has to line up and go into a room and either say yes or no. And TJ gives them the footage. That would have been hilarious.
It would have been great.
Also, it would have told everyone in that house who cheated and who didn't.
Yes.
Before they got to pick their partners. It would have been way better television if we actually fucking, I don't know. I just feel like they took the cheap, easy way out of just being like, you know what? Fuck it. You guys just ran this entire mini final. Scratch it. I feel like people are going to be pissed when they watch this. Don't you?
Yeah. I think if it's a regular, I'm also trying to think about this. So if it's a regular daily, they have enough coverage in terms of cameras because it's a mini final. you have people stationed at different points, plus you need cameras to follow people going up the mountain. So their crew is limited by where they currently are in the thing. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I was worried about.
To me, it's a simple, you go through the footage and people get held accountable for it. I understand and agree with what you're saying that they couldn't have done it right then, but to just make the solution scrapping it pissed me off. I would love the people that have more seasons under their belt to let me know if this is something that's happened in the past where a couple people have cheated and they just fucking wipe it. I really feel like they took the easy way out on it.
I don't think they did because it's a mini finals and the structure of how they were going to give out points. We don't do stuff like that. So there's been things where people have cheated in dailies and they DQ the whole team.
Well,
there was something about they were like breaking off locks instead of opening the locks. They were in a big tumbler. I'm sure people remember what that is. I can't think of what season that was.
I bet they were trying to get a Razor scooter. That's what the problem is. See, we're cheating for points now when in the past we were cheating for Razor scooters and sidekicks. And that I want my old challenge back.
Yeah, give me the iMac, okay? Give me that this daily's worth an iMac and I ain't cheating, okay?
Give me a PS2 if I can hold my breath underwater long enough. Where is the old challenge?
Give me a PS2 with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 as the bundle, and I'm in.
Best game. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we finish the food eating, and we go to the next part of this, which was the spinner puzzle, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, we got to do spinners, and then we're doing chains, and then we're figuring out purgatory like we're on the show Lost. At this point, now that we move on to the chains, which looked way harder, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty easy, but again, I'm not doing it. But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't specifically know what's happening here, but that's fine. I feel like you lay them all on the ground. And then you just take the longest one to that, or you count. You count the links, and then you add your little joiner, and it's over with, right? You do the math.
It didn't really make sense to me either, unless some of the links are like longer and you were trying to just hit that line. But they all seem to be the same like size. Like, you know what I mean? Like the clip could be.
Yeah, you measure the one and you're like, okay, this one touches the line. I'm going to put it on the ground and I'm going to rank all of them from longest to shortest. And then I'm going to take the shortest and put it with this one, and then that one with that one. That's the only way they even out. But again, I haven't been on the challenge, so I don't know.
Yeah, I also was confused once they got it wrong, how they were able to look and see which link was the one to undo to put. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't be hanging them up. That seems like the worst way of doing this is to hang them up.
I agree.
You don't do. Maybe you're like, okay, these two look even. Let me put them up there. Yes, that hits the line. Okay, so I now need to get them all to be the length of these two, and you just go from there. But again,
yeah,
not on the challenge. I don't know. And Ashley is getting frustrated, but Ashley also wants to be our best friend. And I'm here to tell Ashley, we're good with that. You can come be our friend. Because anyone that says something unhinged is this is going to be our new best friend. Roll it.
I just don't ever feel like I even have a chance when I do good because I get in the ass without lube.
What a really specific thing to say.
Especially when you're that mad, like not like just kind of like sitting around making jokes, to be that pissed off and say that. Top tier.
Again, if you didn't hear it, quote, I don't feel like I have a chance when I do good because, wait for it, I get effed in the A without lube. Spoken like a real professional.
Spoken like somebody that's dealt with that before.
Yeah. And how you think you're winning, and then you're like, what are we doing now? Just for that to be how you equate it. and you're like, you know what? I feel like people will understand how I feel right now. It's like that scenario. We've all been there, right?
Her saying it with like dirt just completely covering her face. Why was her face so dirty? At no point did she need to put her face into the dirt.
Did she fall over? She was like on the ground and like tipped over?
I would like to know how we ended up with just dirt covered face for Ashley. No one else had it.
You're right. Right. Maybe somebody came by. Maybe Anessa came by and like gave her a hip check and she fell down into it. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know.
There's potential for that. The chain thing, I really did not fully understand. We got to this riddle. Which,
there you go.
As everyone knows, boy, do I love those.
Mix loves a riddle, everybody. I
didn't even read it. I think I got the first sentence. It said somewhere between day and night or something, and I was like, afternoon. And then by that point, Sydney said purgatory, and I was like, whatever.
I knew it was purgatory, but I'm like, it's the place they were apparently the whole time on Lost, and I couldn't think of the word, and she said purgatory. I'm like, yeah, that one.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, sorry if you're still waiting to watch it.
Wait, hold on. So the plane crashes and they all die, but they're stuck in purgatory, and purgatory is if they had lived through the plane crash?
No, but yes.
Cool, thanks.
Welcome to Lost.
So you spoiled it and also did it. Love that. Never watching it now.
You weren't going to watch it.
I don't know. I just watched Breaking Bad like 2 months ago. I finished Breaking Bad.
You made it all the way through? I'm not going to say what I'm going to say because people are going to go off on me.
Go ahead.
Didn't get it.
You didn't get Breaking Bad?
No, I stopped. I was like, when does this show get good? I'm waiting for it to get good. I got like to the beginning of, I think, season 4, like the end of season 3, season 4. I'm like, when does this show get to be the best show on television? I'm not getting it.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People are like, what are you talking about?
I stayed up at night watching it. I lost sleep for days for a show that ended like 10 years ago.
Yeah. I was like, I don't, everybody's saying this is the best show ever on television. Not getting it.
Do I think it was the best show ever on television? That's tough to say, but
no,
I do think it was good. To say by season 4 it still wasn't good for you is insane.
I was like, when am I going to be like, I can't wait to watch another episode? And each episode I was like, I can't wait. Now here's the thing. I will give back extra information. Not a big fan of like shows where people are getting killed all the time. And like shows like this give me anxiety. I don't watch Game of Thrones. Never watched that.
That's different though.
And this, like, even at the beginning, like Jesse's girlfriend is like choking on the thing and he's like, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm like, I kind of know what I'm signing up for when I keep watching this show.
I mean, yeah, it's diabolical.
Maybe it was my anxiety watching through it. I still see some clips on TikTok. I'm like, maybe I could have done it. No, I don't think I could do it. But to say it was the best show and people were like, oh my God, it's the best show ever.
I mean, there's massive plot holes and there's big things that happen that you're like, this isn't at all realistic, but it's still very good. And I also wouldn't say it's like a show where everyone dies because there's episodes where nobody dies. There's episodes in a row that nobody dies.
There's like a 3-episode arc where nobody dies. Yeah. Or shot in the head or something like that. Or tortured by the cartel. Yeah. No, I'm good. You got to watch Better Call Saul now. I do know that. I heard people said that.
See, I heard Better Call Saul is bad.
Oh, well.
You guys let us know in the comments. Turbo doesn't know English, so Sydney once again gives him the answer.
Love this. I just love them together.
I don't care because it's Turbo. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like, because we're giving it to Turbo, it's fine. If they were doing it to anyone else, I would be pissed. And that's fine, and that's bias of me, and I get that.
You just know your biases.
That it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
When he came in first and did the Avatar Last Airbender with fire.
This is the thing.
Someone call the coroner. I am deceased.
This is the first time we've seen it this season. He used to do it all the time. It's great. It's his bit. I love it.
And then him Fortnite dancing afterwards.
Amazing.
I
Emoting on people.
I absolutely cannot.
By the way, that emote, that dance, is like 10 years old at this point, and he just breaks it out like it's nothing. Also, hold on, I gotta go back. Turbo saying onions, pepper, and garlic is what I eat for breakfast in Turkey. What is going on in Turkey?
I know what he's talking about, though. They have like these spreads. Now, I do believe they like slightly grill them. They like hit the grill a little with it.
Grilled veggies and grilled garlic. Okay.
And like just meat.
Yeah, meat. Yeah. It's like
I think it's kind of what he's getting at. Sort of. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would die on the hill that Turbo didn't cheat.
No shot. He cheated.
Also, Turbo doing so well, not even being able to count the points, him not even caring because he's so high up and knows every single girl wants to work with him. He just doesn't fucking care.
It's called being an alpha, Max. That's what it is.
It is, and I've said it before. No one is considering you to not be an alpha, Mr. Turbo.
Yeah, who thinks you're a beta?
Not me. No one.
As a matter of fact.
Also, the story arc of CT and Turbo being friends again. Let's go.
Okay, great.
I didn't like it when my dads were fighting, and now they're not anymore, and I feel great.
CT comes in second.
Suck it, Theo. Suck it, Theo.
Suck it, Lekka, in your justice campaign.
Well, I feel like this is once again.
Look, he can run up a hill now. He should put him in elimination.
Which actually, I never really saw him run at any point in time. So everyone should really be looking inwards at themselves that they did so poorly at all these checkpoints that CT walked it and came in second.
And he was just
check
he was
yourselves.
Fine. And everybody else, even all the rookie men who were like, I'm so good. I'm so fucking fantastic at everything. CT sucks. They're so old. Their backs are hurting. They have, arthritis. Okay, let's see how you did when things actually fucking matter. Didn't go too well for you, did it? No, it didn't.
CT was in last. At the first checkpoint,
yes.
CT was in last.
Yes. He was. You're entirely right. I forgot about that.
Everyone, check themselves.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's what you have to do. There were some surprising results from this, which obviously don't matter. It's fine. I do like Turbo calling him a fat ass and be like, come on, fat ass. Hilarious. Just, again, I don't see how you don't like him. It's fine. But yes, some surprising results. They don't matter. We move on. Everything is scrapped. We go back to the house, and Johnny is trying to talk to people about why she cheated but didn't cheat. Also, we did hear at one point, didn't they say like Nani put the onions in the vomit bucket? Like they tried to hide the onions under the vomit bucket.
Yes. So I wrote this down. Sydney cheated, apparently. There's footage of that. Dee cheated, there's footage of that. There's audio of Nani. Someone saying that Nani put it in the bucket. Then we know John A because we saw it, and we know Anessa because we saw it. Now, here's what I think happened. Because when we were in the daily mini-final, we see and hear John A talking about it, and she says, everyone else cheated, so I'm going to.
Yeah.
And she owns up fully in her confessional that she cheated. Great. Then, when we come back to the house in the TV timeline, we see her kind of panicking. And then we see her sitting in her ITM asking the producers if they have footage of who cheated. And production's like, yeah, of course we do. Which again pissed me off back to my first point. But that's neither here nor there.
It's fine.
So I think John A was planning on not owning up to it. When production told her that they had footage, she's like, shit, I have to say I did this, otherwise I'm going to look bad to the public. And also, if later on in the season, TJ's like, remember when everyone cheated? Play. And it's just everyone who cheated. So she's like panicking, goes to her ITM, finds out that they have the footage, decides that she's going to own up to it, but in a way of still being like everyone else did it. So that's why I did it, to save her own ass. Because it doesn't make any sense that she's trying to justify it in the house to people when in our timeline of TV, she's already owned up to it and given an excuse as to why. But then she's like pulling America. Why? I didn't really fully understand why it was America specifically. She's like, I need to talk to America. Why? Because she came in last? Like, I don't get that. But for her to try to justify it to America, I feel like that all happened prior to her going into the ITM, finding out that they had the footage, and then saying that she had done it for that. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Timeline.
Wouldn't it be absolutely diabolical if we get to a final and like, hey, remember all you guys said you didn't cheat and you didn't want to come to me? Play the audio. Play the video.
And they just get like
everybody
at the
cheating.
very
It's
end.
like, you guys, you're starting last.
If I really want this footage to come to light, I feel like we as an audience deserve to know exactly who did it.
Yeah, there needs to be a leak in the system.
There absolutely must be.
Who did it?
We need to know.
We'll effort that. That's all I'll say. I do. Listen, if you're going to admit to cheating, I need you to do it like Sydney did. I need you to do it like Sydney did in an ITM where she sits down. She sits down and she's like, hey, I ate like 95% of that. And the producer's like, oh, so you did cheat? And she goes, I mean, barely. Like, just, I love her. I'm sorry. I love her. I know nobody else really likes her, but like that, this is what I want. It doesn't seem like, based off her Instagram stories, she ever wants to do this show again.
Yeah, I did see that.
But she's great. She's hilarious, which also makes me think something happens at some point, because right now she's just like, it's whatever. I think something might happen that kind of sours her on all this, but also she's away for such a long time. And so I think it's this and maybe the stuff we don't see behind the scenes with what it's like living there and all that type of stuff. But if you're going to admit to cheating, I want it like that. I mean, yeah, barely. Like, admit it and then be like, just a little bit. I didn't throw a whole ass onion and pepper in there.
But see, I want the footage of her tossing an entire onion.
Next, I think we need to talk about the dinner they had and the menu for dinner.
Oh, did you? I did not pay attention.
I screenshotted it. I've sent it to you, and it's also now on the screen. So we can look at our meal here, because I have some questions, okay? We're starting with a prosciutto salad with a walnut something. It's blurred, so I can't really tell. With blue cheese and strawberries, something dressing, and old mustard. Mix, are you in on the starter?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
I don't love fruits in my salad. I believe I've talked about before. I like my savory things savory. I don't like sweet meats. I don't like my salad. If I'm going to have a fruit in my salad, I'll have a fruit salad. I don't want like mandarin oranges in my salad with blue cheese. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
You're a picky eater, is what you're saying.
I would just remove the strawberries and eat them separately. I would not eat them in this salad.
Oh, I was gonna say, could I have your strawberries? Because I love a strawberry.
You could do you not like the salad?
No, I'll have the salad. I don't
Okay.
like prosciutto though, so I would give you.
How?
Maybe I could give you the prosciutto. And
Yeah,
you
that's
could
fine.
give me
I'll
the
take that swap.
strawberries.
Okay, we'll swap.
All right.
Deal.
Good swap.
Okay, moving on.
A confit fillet with rosemary, honey, and something harvest. I don't know what that word is. This is where I have the most questions. Accompanied by mashed French fries. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is mashed French fries? And why does it sound like children eat it? And then if we're not done, and Iberian ham with shoestring fries. Okay. I think that was supposed to say mashed potatoes because the chef made it and they translated it with like Google Translate
100%.
and it came up mashed French fries. This was
100%.
the exact when they went to translate it. This is how it came out.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No, it should be mashed potatoes with ham and shoestring fries.
Even if they are just mashing French fries, I'm still in on me. Sounds delicious. Okay. You're eating the main too, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I'm eating the dessert, yeah.
Okay.
A mini pavlova with caramel and American cream ice cream. So again, we are just Google translating the fuck out of the international menu, the international catering menu.
I will be Google translating this whole menu into my mouth. It sounds delicious.
I don't know what a pavlova is. What's a pavlova?
Yes, you do. It's like like meringue that's a little hardened.
Pavlova. Oh, it's a meringue. It's in the meringue family. Oh, okay.
Did you not just hear me say it's like a meringue?
I didn't hear that part. No, sorry.
I say it's like a meringue, just a little hardened.
No,
you go, wow, it's a meringue. Never mind.
I heard you say, I thought you said something like it's a ring, like a ring.
Yes.
And I was like,
ring
it
and
looks like
meringue.
a ring.
It does, but it's a meringue.
It's a meringue.
Like I said, roll the tape back. Fuck this. It's like it's like meringue that's a little hardened. Oh, look, I said meringue.
Sorry.
Classic me, just being ignored with my woman. You hate women. Okay.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
I'm just saying what the people are thinking.
Whoa. I feel like that was directed to somebody else we both know and not me. That was wild. We're not on a Monday, okay?
It's just
not a Monday. It's not a Monday through Friday situation here. Oh,
okay.
My goodness.
We're trying to enjoy this beautiful meal, and Will decides to bring up the fact that no one's allowed to enjoy anything because people cheated. Listen, while I agree with what he's saying, time and place, like everyone else said, he kind of gives Joker energy a little bit.
I can see that.
Like, watching everyone be happy, he's like, no, not on my watch.
Editor 1 did a fantastic job. The only thing Editor 1 missed here was putting in the SNL, like, Debbie Downer music, like, wow, wow, when he said pass. Pass. Like, you could answer. You don't have to go pass.
Who else did that? Who did that at last season when they had that dinner for All Stars?
Oh, you're right. There was something where they're like, no, I'm good.
I think it was Shane's partner.
Oh yeah, they were trying to have a nice meal. Thing. Yeah.
Which
and
again,
Shane's partner was upset.
Same thing I said about Shane's partner, I'm going to say about Will. I get it. You're mad. We're trying to have a nice time here. Do we ever really, as like a sit down and like have a nice meal? Let's not ruin this for us, okay?
Just try.
Just answer the question very simply. You don't need to give us a whole fucking Leo TED talk about it. Just answer the question and move on.
Yeah, I really like meeting new people. Obviously, I like making out with Nani, and I can last more than 7 minutes. So don't put a graphic on screen that says I only banged for 7 minutes. Or at least if you say 7 minutes, let it be known that I was just getting a blowy for 7 minutes, okay?
And the irony of him being like, I don't want to be partners with somebody that's going to cheat. I want to know who cheated. Meanwhile, Babe cheated. Seems very likely. Do we have actual footage of it? No, but they put in audio saying that Nani cheated. I feel it's very strange for them to be throwing a vet of this show under the bus in the edit if it's not true. So, seems as though your girl's one of the ones that cheated and you're mad.
Let me just say, if you were to tell me one of the vet girls cheated during this,
Yeah.
Number 1 and number 2 draft pick is Ashley and Babe.
I disagree.
And Babe is higher than Ashley.
My number 1 and number 2 is the 2 that I know did it. Anessa and John A.
I don't think they did it until they were like, well, we see all
But
this.
see, actually,
they did it because they saw everybody else do it.
I don't know if that's true. That's what they're saying in their ITM. But again, like I said previously, why was John A freaking out in the house if she said in her ITM she did it because she saw everyone else do it? I think she went back and realized they had footage. It was like, shit, I need to justify the fact that I did this. And maybe in the moment they did see. Obviously, they were all talking about it, so I'm sure they saw it. But I think she was trying to get away with it until she knew they had footage.
Yeah, I could say. I think they all probably did that. They were all
Yeah.
probably like, oh, I'm just going to throw this on the ground. I think they maybe thought, not to rehash what we just went over, they obviously saw these people cheat and they let them go. So if you're going to do this, well, then I'm going to throw my shit down. If there's going to be no consequences, and then I'll just keep going. And that's why she went to America, because America's like, I'm not going to do any of that. Also, shout out America. She was sitting underneath that little thing. She had the box over her head to like shade her from the sun. She's on the verge of crying. She's teared up, and she's like, I've seen this show. I'm not quitting. I'm not going to quit. That. I'm not going to let anyone down. My dad, my family, like the backstory. I'm like, fuck yeah, girl. I mean, people are shitting on her for like trying to make out with everybody, but that's what you also do when you come on the show. Yeah. You have a significant other at home, and then you come on the show and you try to make out with everybody. She's honestly doing everything that we want her to do on this show, basically. I want you to cry, try to make out with people, and do your best.
My last thing on this cheating situation, I think everyone that cheated would have done it without seeing other people cheat. If you're willing to cheat, you would have done it anyways.
That's true.
I think that is the case. And I personally feel as though the people that cheated after seeing it would have done it anyways without seeing it. I think they were more blatant.
Yeah. This would be the week to have somebody on from the show. And
I would love to.
Non-number 2 podcast that might have people on might be the week to see what's asked about that situation. And we'll go from there. Okay. We're trying to have the nice meal. Will doesn't want to talk tonight. It's fine. A cute moment where CTU is just being weird, trying to ask Tay to prom. Adorable.
Love them together. I hope they do well.
I love it so much. She's so great. Like, do I think they're going to win? No. Do I think they could get to a final? I do.
I do too. I do feel
because
like they're
those two in an elimination.
Team. Yeah,
I'm going to pick them versus maybe a lot of the other teams, depending on what it is. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think that they would work well together.
And a great caboose.
Ayo.
Got it. Okay. This is the part of the show that I hated. We're getting close to the end.
Ugh.
All these people are going crazy and having in-depth conversations about who we're picking. As you were saying earlier, this person this person that. I really want somebody who's going to try. Oh, great. Thanks for saying that out loud.
Yeah.
John A.
I want someone that's good at puzzles and has some stamina and is also strong. Oh, yeah? Same. Great talk.
Yeah, great conversation. Let's just stare at this board longer.
I want to say something very quickly. While I don't think John A is putting in 100% effort this season, for them to all act like she's the worst vet, I don't understand.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
I will be standing up for John A right now. I do not think that at all she is the worst vet. I don't even think she's close to being the worst vet. I don't understand this whole, as long as I don't get John A thing that's going on with these guys.
She won 2 finals.
Yes.
She's won 2 finals. Did she come in, training to be on the season? No, because she didn't know she was going to be on the season.
But she's going to turn it on. And I honestly think that she's smart enough now to know that she doesn't need to turn it on right
100%.
now. So she's not gonna.
Why would you? Unless you're going to elimination, like, it is what it is. The past couple of weeks, she's like, well, I'm not going to get any points. So it's like,
exactly.
It's whatever. It's
I
nothing
did not
for her.
appreciate this whole fucking, please, as long as I don't get stuck with John A. You're not getting stuck with John A. You could be getting stuck with somebody else.
Yeah.
But John A is not the get stuck person.
No, not at all.
So
Yeah,
fuck
everybody's
that.
trying to figure out who they're picking. You know, I'm not stressed about it. I would not be stressed about it because
It is what
what
it
are you
is.
going to do? Like, you don't know the specific order, especially after we knew there was a tie at the top. So it's not like you can go around and be like, okay, who are you going to take? And they're like that. Well, do I trust then you're going to do that until it's like being in a fantasy football draft, right? And you're like, my team needs to have a specific person on the team if you're drafting, right? Let's just say this person's name is like Micker. And you're like, I really want to have Micker on my team to have a really good season. And then you don't get Micker for some reason. And you're just like, hey, I got to just deal with the season. I got to deal with the rest of the season. You know, it's kind of like that.
Moving on, we are in the elimination area, but no elimination this game because we have to choose our partners. Sorry, were you talking about something before? TJ's jean jacket with the fur collar, 10 out of 10.
Hey, the guy doesn't miss. The guy barely, if ever,
A
misses.
little Carhartt action? Okay, sir. Let's go chop a tree together.
He did tell me one time who his stylist was, and it was a very interesting name. I need to follow up and see if it's the same stylist again this year.
Yes, because he's been crushing he honestly always crushes the wardrobe game.
Does he get to keep these? I don't know. It's fantastic. He does a great job. I do want to briefly touch on the Nani Will thing. Nani saying to Will, quote, "You need to separate real life from the challenge," is a wild thing for Nani to say out loud.
Yeah, I didn't understand that whole thing of like, you're a rookie, so you don't understand that these are two different things. Like, bitch, how long have you been here and you're doing the exact same thing? So what?
Well, that's the thing. Nani to say this is pretty rich, considering you used to lose your mind all the time. You lost your mind during All Stars with Turbo. You lose your mind all the time, every season. You came on the show regularly with your now your ex-fiance. And you were like, oh, we got to separate this. I'm like, okay, maybe she's learned and grown, Mix. This is what I teased at the beginning. And I'm like, maybe she's learned and grown. So I asked you, Mix, do you think Babe has learned and grown?
Gonna need to see more of Babe to be able to answer this question. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I will say I do think old Babe would have picked Will as a partner strictly just because of the dicking down that she was getting from him. But technically, Olivia picked Will, so it wasn't even an option. If Nani had been the one to choose between Will and somebody else, then I would be like, she's learned and grown. But it did kind of just happen to the fact that she didn't have the option to pick, so she didn't pick, you know? Like, do you think she would have picked Will anyways? I don't think that, I think she would have too. I don't think that she would have been, all of this ITM stuff of her being like, maybe it's a good thing, maybe Will and I shouldn't be partners. Oh, thank God Olivia picked him, so I don't think that's real.
No, it's not real. You didn't get a chance to pick him. You would have picked him. Let's not pretend that you would not have picked the guy you were banging. At all. No shot. I think she was like, oh, well, but she would have picked him. She could have said, hey, I think it's a good idea because everybody now is starting to maybe turn on him again, that I don't want to be paired with him. So whatever. Yep. But she's just like, hey, and she's like, get down on her knees. And he's like, oh, okay, well, maybe something's going to happen outside. She drinks her wine and I'm like, she goes, you drive me crazy. And like an absolute pro, Will fires back immediately. I think you're just crazy.
Bars.
I mean, amazing. I mean, amazing. The number one thing not to call a woman, by the way, is crazy.
But the craziest part of it is that she doesn't even react to it. That's how you know you're batshit.
I thought this is then when they banged. So I went back and I tried to match up the outfits. The outfits did not match. Because I can see her being like, you're turning me on by calling me crazy.
You're right. I could totally see her thinking that too.
100%. And we don't know that they did not bang after that. Let's just put that out there as well for everybody. So
yeah, we don't. We picked partners.
Yep.
It was pretty uneventful. I mean, I did like the way that they did this, where they had each person kind of like make their comments about how they thought their new partnership was going to go. I was a fan of that. Specifically, Derek going in on, now I can't remember who it was.
D.
Yes, that whole situation was hilarious because D, and I agree with him fully. Derek's like, why are you so excited to be my partner? And it's just so fake that she's like, I want to work with this guy, Derek. Like, you're my partner. Woohoo. And he's like, dude, we kind of hate each other, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure we did.
But he's shocked. He's like, I don't know why she's like excited, because she has to be. She can't pick anybody else. Literally, she can't pick anybody else.
Yeah,
you were the last
can't.
two left. She could not have picked Gabe. You were the only option left. So she's got to be like, hey, I'm like excited to do this with him, even though she's like, I don't know if his leg is going to stay on much longer. Also, the fact that they called one of the symbols with like the thing and the two little pieces
Derek's
sticking
hair.
out, Derek's hair, was wild. Did he know they
Hilarious.
said that? That's hilarious.
Correct. Great way to remember.
Also, I've been updated. It's about 40% of the cast vapes.
40%? Did I say half?
You said half.
Okay,
I've been
I'm pretty
told
close.
It's about 40%. It's more so on the vet side than it is on the rookie side. So
That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Of course. I also am a big fan of Ashley and Leo. I think this is going to blow up and be insane, and I love it.
The way she was also serving looks in the little thing, the wink and the hair flip, on board. Olivia had the best lighting out of all of them. Olivia's
Dude,
lighting.
That individual shot of Olivia, I'm like, okay.
I was like, I'm going to watch this on a loop for the rest of time. She needs to have that in her house. She needs to have like a video just on loop of her, like with that light, just the
hair.
Just yeah. Shout out Theo.
Yeah, she looked great. At the end, like I said, Gabe was pissed to be partnered with John A. I honestly think that you got very lucky.
You lucked into
I don't
this.
know what voodoo
She's gonna
magic
be great
shit.
in the elims. Any of the pairings surprise you there at all? I thought Justin and Nani is a little interesting.
That's the only one. That was the only one. I feel like Nani should have gone with somebody a bit like physically stronger. I don't know. I mean, Justin's great. He's very
Justin
athletic,
picked her
but it's a
over
strength.
Ashley, which I was surprised.
Well, I think that Justin doesn't want to deal with Ashley's mouth.
Especially after the Anessa thing.
And also just like the way that she yells at her partners during dailies, I don't think that he wants that. Do I personally think it's awesome? Yes. I also think that Ashley is in better general shape and better at the challenge than Nani is right now.
Yeah. I mean, Nani did well during the mini final, but I would not trust Nani with a puzzle to save my life. So,
But again, we heard audio of Nani cheating. I didn't hear or see anything about Ashley cheating. Maybe she did. But this is why we need the tapes that I know you have.
this brings us to 12 pairs mix. We do learn that a pair is going to go home every week, which is obvious kind of at this point. Thanks, Tej, but appreciate you saying that. So if we go into the final with 4 teams, which I think that's what we kind of assume will happen, That's 8 weeks. So that will get us to episode 18.
Would be the final.
And then 2 episodes for a final, potentially 1, 2. And if I did math right, taking off a week for Thanksgiving, that would get us to December 3rd for the first part of the final.
Okay.
And if we do 2, that means we're wrapped before Christmas, which is perfect for the number 1.
Well, we know that there's a reunion.
Yeah, but to me at that point, I don't care about the reunion in terms of like the timeline of the thing. I think they've seen in years past where you let the show go past the holiday, you kind of lose that momentum potentially.
Yeah.
Like it needs to end before the new year. And so if we're on the right track and we're going to do 20 episodes and then it's a 1-part reunion, which is the week, whatever after that, I don't know. That's the week before Christmas and you're done and you're grand and you're perfect. So that's where we're at. 12 pairs to go. Do you have a leader in the clubhouse?
Double Elim too.
We could do a double Elim.
Well, but I'm saying they're getting eliminated as pairs.
Oh yes.
Also, something happened in the preview for next week, and I know you didn't watch it, but I do feel like we need to discuss it. Do I have grounds to tell you?
Sure. I will let everybody else now who does not want to hear. You can jump out now. Bye-bye.
I just want to speculate a little.
Okay. Now that we've given them time to leave, let me know.
Okay, so TJ says at one point, does anybody want to, I think he says challenge or something about like stake a claim. He says, would anyone like to stake a claim on another partner? What do you think that means?
I'm going to say it could be we keep doing points and you keep gaining points. And maybe like what I said at the beginning of the year, you can like turn in your points to switch partners.
Well, you can pay to play.
Yeah. And then you don't have points left to see what they mean if you get to a final. So like you can like utilize your points, but you might not make it to a final to keep your points anyway. So would you not want to swap? However, he said this is your partner for the rest of the way.
Yes. So that was my confusion as well. And I think that it's like in Mario Party, because they keep taking things from Mario Party. I think it's like when you challenge someone to a duel for like a star. You know what I mean? And you can stake a claim and you can challenge someone else's partner to swap partners. And if you win, you swap partners. And if you lose, then you stay in your partnership.
Oh, okay. Okay. It could also be
because it's like staking a claim.
Yeah. We bring back the you got to win an elimination to get in the final now at this point. So do you want to stake a claim to like go down there against somebody who's already won and take it from them and then they're not in it, you know?
See, Steven, this is why I wanted to discuss because I feel like we need to speculate. And I apologize for letting you know that, but also we don't know what this means.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So who knows? If you guys made it this far, I would love to hear what you think staking a claim on a partner is.
Yeah, I'd stake my claim. Maybe it's like a waiver system, like in fantasy football. You know, if you didn't get Micker and you needed to get someone else, you could like file a claim.
Steven took Dicker the Kicker from me, and it's bullshit, okay? He knew I wanted him, and it's bullshit. No, don't speak. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode.
I will speak.
We really had a great time.
Your brother was trying to take Dicker from you.
No, this is...
And it was going back and forth. He was taking him, and then the countdown was clicking down, and I was like...
You drove the price up!
I hit it once. Your
and
brother
you got him, because you drove the price.
I did. I drove the price once. I hit the price one time. During all this, your brother jumped in, and then it was back and forth between you and your brother. And the countdown clock was going down. I was like, let me hit it, so she's got another chance to take it.
You hit it and got him right away.
Because the countdown clock goes down. It's an auction draft. You still have time to respond. The clock went down. And I'm like,
this is bullshit.
She'll have enough time to respond to the eBay
sweating.
bid.
I'm so angry right now.
I thought for sure you were going to take him. There was no, Listen, I know better than to do that.
Drove the price up to make it impossible for me to get it. That's what he did.
You could have
and
very
this is
easily
bullshit.
filled your team. I still filled my team
I
with a
filled my
price
team,
that
no
high.
problem after.
And you had money left over. So what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I know. Because I'm a saver. Anyways, guys, this was a great episode. We really appreciate you all listening and having fun with us today. We are not getting reviews on Apple Podcasts. What the fuck is up with that?
It's Tim
You
Apple.
could maybe leave some of those. That'd be great.
Show Tim Apple how it's done.
My terror of a cat has not gotten a treat in like 2 episodes, guys, because we're falling a
You gotta
little
get those
short on our
donations.
reviews and
And the
donations.
donation numbers got to get up. Yeah, we see the donations. We got it, but we
And I
got to
appreciate that.
set a level that we got to hit, and then a review. We can have a low donation amount, but if there's a review, then it works together. It's a combo platter. It's like the burger and fries. So
We just would love a little bit of engagement from you guys because we love you so much, and I love hearing from you, and it really would make our day. So thank you so much. We will see you for episode 10 next week. Have a good one. Bye!
Hi everybody.